Hello everybody and welcome back to NCAA Football 14. I'm your host JT Plays and welcome back to the Wake Forest Dynasty. Week 12 of 2016 college football season is here and something dawned on me, guys. We haven't done a recruiting update, a season update. Well, we did a season update, it was a halfway point, but we really haven't gone into recruiting. We haven't looked at what's been happening around the nation. We haven't been really involved in Wake Forest this year. We had the 2 bye weeks, or the 3 bye weeks, however many we had, and then the halfway report. So we're not really touching up on recruiting or stuff that we should be concerned with. So that's what today's episode is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it with recruiting. We're going to show you some top prospects while we quickly just do some scouting and all that good stuff. As you see on the visits, we have a couple visits today. 2 visits. Definitely not going to hurt us. Actually, 1 visit. They are ready, and it's a 1-star, but take what you can get, right? We're going to take what we can get. We have 16 scholarships left, and we have a lot of points to distribute. So, while we do all this, Wake Forest does play Syracuse, Virginia Tech, and Boston College for their final 3 games. Don't know really how it's going to end up, but all we know is that Wake Forest needs just 1 win, and they are officially bowl eligible. So, with that said, as you see on recruiting, you might see some really good guys, and you might see some really bad ones that Wake Forest is going after. One of those is Anthony Johnson, 75 overall athlete out of Union City, Georgia. He's 5'10", 187, and right now his top contenders are Pittsburgh, us, and that's it. 2 teams. So if we can get this guy maybe somewhere in secondary, play recognition isn't that good, man coverage isn't that good, so probably not going to happen in secondary. I'd like to. It looked like he was, but maybe he could be a wide receiver or running, but something. 76 overall. He went up 4 from the base, so he came in as a 72 overall. He went up 4. Some other guys, Gabe Williams, 71 overall athlete. He's also 4-star. His top competitors are Purdue, Virginia, and Wake Forest. Currently, we lead that. If we scout them, first time scouting them, you're not always going to get what you want. This time, we get 2 overall less. So, still have a pretty good area to scout, but this guy doesn't look like he will be anything really special. Let's scout the last athlete, Eric Byers. He is up 2 overall. That's very nice to see. Prospect overview. We're going to win him, probably guaranteed. So let's actually head back into scouting really quick, and we are just going to add some points wherever we can. There we go. We're done with scouting. Let's show the top classes. This is very important to Wake Forest, not only because lately they have been turning it on the field, but also off the field, getting guys to come here. And how about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Wake Forest has the 17th best recruiting class in the nation right now so far. We have 4 4-stars, 4 3-stars, 1 2-star. We are stepping our standards up, and that's why Wake Forest is winning games. Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Penn State, Boston College, and Miami are your top 5. But for Wake Forest to be 17th, and other teams like Kentucky, who are 2-8 on the year and 1-5 conference, Maryland, Duke, they are just stepping it up, and they're all in the top 25. So it's good to see that the ACC, Coastal, or Atlantic, wherever we play, is being represented nicely, and that we can contend, except for the 2-8. Onwards, let's look at our coach skill tree. Again, very important, helps on-game performance. So far, 4 years. Head coach Mathis has been he's seen a lot of things. So, first year, let's test it out, see how it goes. Second year, alright, we learned, made it to a bowl game, I believe, at 6 and 8. Don't quote me on that. Go back, watch the other videos. I think it was 6 and 8. Made that bowl game against LSU. Unfortunately lost, but made a bowl game nonetheless. Third year, dismal performance. 5 wins, I believe. And now this year, we're right at the same boat. 5 wins, 1 win in our last 3 games. Guarantees us a playoff, or not playoff, a bowl game spot. Head coach upgrades, game management, very important. Right now we're working on getting all these top tier ones. Light a fire, big game, clean laundry. Don't really get penalties called on us or really go cold, so it is nice to have those just in case. Recruiting, we've just started working on royal treatment. Basically what that means, we go the extra mile to make sure prospects have an amazing visit. And that's why we're ranked 17. We are working on that. Defensive coordinator, we almost have the whole tree, scouting tree, whatever you want to call, worked up. We really need that pure instinct and raw talent. Just mainly because if you saw the Duke game, the catches that they made were unacceptable. 3 Wake Forest guys, 1 Duke. Duke should not come down with that on the sideline. Offensive coordinator, our offense is good, but it's not the best. Definitely can use some work. We've avoided ball security and daylight. Maybe we should add ball security for Tyler Cameron. He has fumbled a couple times on the year. Nothing that really just crazy hurt us, except for the FSU game, I believe, last year. But other than that, he's been really good. Take a look at job security. We are 93% job security. We are 2-7 against top 25. We are 5-3 against rivals. Our bowl record, like we said, 0-1. 3 years of Wake Forest. This is year 4. So far, we are 20-26, and obviously our career record is it's going to be the same. We're not leaving Wake Forest. We don't plan on it. So there you go. We're going to spend our whole coaching career, whatever you want to call it, at Wake Forest. Let's go to the ESPN tab. Let's take a look at conference standings now. Wake Forest, they are 4th in the ACC Atlantic. They're 2-3 on conference. Florida State looks like they are going to easily win that, unless they lose out and we win out. But even then, we're still 1 win behind. So Florida State, with a win, clinches ACC Atlantic. Congratulations to them. They are having a great year. 9-1, 6-1 conference, and they are 5th in the nation. Only a 4-star team. Thought they'd be 5 or 6, but they're not. Then you have Maryland, Clemson, then us, Syracuse, who we play next episode. Boston College, who we also play. I think that is our closing game. And then NC State. If we take a look at the ACC Coastal, Miami, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, Virginia, Duke, Georgia Tech. From 1 to 6, it is a 1-win battle. We also play Virginia in 2 weeks after Syracuse, so big implications on the line. Not only for us to make a bowl game, or a better bowl game if we get more than 6 wins, but for other teams to choke. There's always that. Heisman watch, no Wake Forest players in there, but it really hasn't changed at all. You still have Ma'Khil Miller at number 1. Preston Dewey from Miami at 2. He moved up from 3. Tommy Armstrong moved up from 4 to 3. Kendrick Saley, however you want to say it, he dropped from 2nd to 4th. And then you have Skylar Morningweg from Florida. Don't know who that's supposed to be because these are not real people, obviously. He stayed in 5th. Hopefully Desmond Wortham gets recognition that he needs. And speaking of Desmond Wortham, the awards semifinalists came out, and the only place that a Wake Forest is on the list, well, it's not that bad. It's the Walker Award for top halfback of the year. Desmond Wortham is 3rd. He's out of Grapevine, Texas, and he is competing with some names like Heisman right now, trophy finalist Kendrick Sally, Thomas Tyner, Kelvin Taylor, Barry Sanders. Sure, I thought he would. Sure, maybe that's Barry Sanders Jr. I don't know. He didn't go to Stanford. That might be his son. I don't know. We're just gonna leave it at that. Desmond Wortham is running against Barry Sanders. Sure, why not? BCS rankings, don't expect really a lot here. Ole Miss is number 1. However, that is very shocking. Iowa number 25. That's about it. That's for the BCS bowls. Where are you going to go? Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, all that crazy stuff. We're going to wrap it out today, guys, with stats. Quick stats. Not going to look in detail. Passing leaders, Tyler Cameron so far in the year, 2,436 yards. That is good for 14th in the nation among registered quarterbacks. You see no big names up there. No Alabama. No Florida. No Ole Miss. They're number 1. Nothing. We have Western Kentucky, BYU, Ball State. South Carolina, I guess, is 1. I didn't see them, but it's out there. And then number 5, you have Marshall. Rushing leaders, Desmond Wortham, while he is in the talk for the Walker Award with along Heisman Trophy recipients, we have Navy at number 1, UNC at number 2, Army at number 3. Can't talk right now. So we have Navy and Army both up there. They do read option. I'd expect them to be up there. Georgia Tech at number 4 and Air Force at number 5. Desmond Wortham 21st in the nation, 876 rushing yards. Jonathan Williams 611 yards, registers 91st in the nation. That is the best on Wake Forest. California leads, then Marshall, and then Texas. And after that, everyone else is below 1,000. Louisville and UConn are the 4 and 5 spots, but they are really close, 6 to wherever we are. I guess, I don't know. We're not even close. I thought Walter Smith would be up there. However, to look at tackle leaders, remember, halfway report, we had nobody up here. Let's just sweep the board. Howe, Smith, Lamont, Stevenson. That Kent State guy needs to get out of there. Cade Taylor, I don't know who you are, but you need to get out of there. Wake Forest needs to have a clean sweep of tackle leaders. I think 2 years in a row. I think we had it last year. Sack leaders, James Looney, 38th in the nation right now among registered D linemen, linebackers, everyone on defense. 6 sacks, California's Jay Hunter leads at 10.5. Then Michigan State at 9.5. Then Buffalo at 8.5. They are also tied with NIU and Central Michigan. Interception leaders, Ryan Chamvoin had 2 big INTs in the beginning of the year. That's all he's had. Wake Forest hasn't made any other movements on defense than that. Chamvoin ranks 272nd in the nation. And you see there Wyoming, Purdue, Arkansas, Florida, FSU, all with 7 and 8. Kicking leaders, final one, and then we'll wrap it out, guys. If it loads, there we go. Anthony King, 97th overall among registered kickers with a longest field goal of 42. But look at those numbers. Notre Dame, 56 yards. West Virginia, 55. And then North Texas, Middle Tennessee State, and then Alabama, 54. They have legs on them. And if they go to the NFL after this year, they will definitely help. But Anthony King, not the best kicker, 42-yard field goals, nothing to squawk at. So guys, thank you for watching this edition, or this update, I guess, of Wake Forest football here on the Xbox 360. There's been talk about a new college football game. The Kickstarter project is set to come out on September 2nd, I believe, or September 9th. So, 2 months away, 2.5 months. Guys, thank you for watching. I've been your host, JT.